Behind locked doors and biometric scanners, far away from public view, lie the laboratories where the next big tech revolutions are being born. These aren't the products you'll see at the next Tech Expo. These are classified breakthroughs, quietly being developed by private firms, elite universities, and government-backed institutions. The question is, what are they building? And why is it all happening in secret? Let's take you inside the world they don't want you to see. 1. Quantum computing on the edge of reality. Inside a temperature-controlled lab buried beneath layers of security, quantum engineers are building machines that can solve problems today's supercomputers would take centuries to crack. We're talking about quantum supremacy, machines that could decode encryption, model entire ecosystems, or simulate drug responses for diseases in real time. Companies like Google, IBM, and D-Wave are already racing ahead. But the real breakthroughs? They're happening in classified government programs and DARPA-backed projects. Why so secret? Because whoever cracks this first will control the future of cybersecurity, AI, and global intelligence. 2. Neural interfaces that merge mind and machine. Forget typing or swiping. What if you could control technology using just your thoughts? In labs across California and Switzerland, scientists are perfecting brain-computer interfaces that let users type, move objects, or even communicate, with no physical input. These aren't sci-fi experiments, they're already being tested on humans. Companies like Neuralink and Synchron have early prototypes. But the most advanced versions? Locked behind military applications for enhanced soldiers and intelligence gathering. We're entering a world where thought becomes action. And it's closer than you think. 3. AI that can think for itself. Deep in private AI labs, a new generation of algorithms is learning to operate autonomously. These AIs aren't just responding to data, they're generating original ideas, writing code, creating art, and even developing new AI systems. Big tech has already acknowledged its pursuit. But the most advanced systems? They're not public. They're being trained in black box labs, where no one outside knows what's being built, or how powerful it's becoming. 4. Self-repairing materials and devices. Imagine a phone that heals when cracked, or infrastructure that patches itself without human input. Inside specialized materials labs, engineers are developing polymers and alloys that self-repair at the molecular level. These materials could change everything from smartphones to space tech. NASA, defense contractors, and aerospace firms are already experimenting with them. If released publicly, entire industries, repair, maintenance, replacements, would shift overnight. So for now, they remain buried in labs. 5. Synthetic biology that rewrites nature itself. In hidden biolabs, scientists are designing entirely new organisms from scratch. They're not editing DNA. They're writing it, creating bacteria that produce jet fuel, plants that glow, and cells that act as tiny factories. It's a revolution that could cure diseases, reverse aging, and eliminate food shortages. But it also raises ethical alarms. What happens when synthetic organisms escape the lab? Or when biology becomes programmable? That's why this field, despite its promise, remains shrouded in secrecy. These labs aren't science fiction. They're real, they're active, and they're shaping the future behind closed doors. Why the secrecy? Because breakthroughs this big disrupt the entire system. Power, profit, and control are all at stake. But the more we know, the more we can prepare. Which of these hidden breakthroughs do you think will change the world first? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe for more untold stories from the edge of technology.